Right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Parsha in Focus. This Parsha is the beginning, Parsha Shemos is the beginning of a new book of the Torah, the second book of the Torah, Exodus. And we have the interesting, incredible story of the Jewish people going into exile, where we're going to have the challenges of slavery, of bondage for 210 years. And this is really going to be a big challenge for the Jewish people as the story unfolds. We will see over the next coming weeks in each weekly Torah portion. Now, there's something that I want to point out in this week's Parsha, which I think is absolutely incredible how timely it is. Now, we know, we've said this numerous times, that every single Parsha reflects what's going on in that week. So I want to reflect a little bit from this week's Torah portion to something that's going on this week, and probably, by the way, every single week of our lives. So if you turn to the first chapter, and it talks about how Pharaoh made the life of the Jewish people miserable, and he embittered their lives with hard work, with mortar, and with bricks, and with every manner of labor in the field. All of their labors that they performed with them was with crushing hardness and harshness. And what does King Pharaoh tell the Jewish midwives? He says, one's name was Shifra, one is Pua, known as Yocheved and Miriam, the mother and sister of Moshe and Aaron. He says, when you help the Jewish women have their babies, and they're on their birth stool, im beinhu v'hamisen. If it's a boy, have him killed. V'im basi v'chaya. But if it's a female, they can live. V'tirenam yaldos esolim. But what did these holy midwives see instead? They saw God, and they feared God. V'lo asu kasher diber alein melech Mitzrayim, and they did not comply with the instruction of the king of Egypt, the most powerful nation on earth at the time, the most powerful person on earth. And you have to understand, the king in those days wasn't like a president today. A president can't just have someone killed. A president can't just have a king. Then you just say death to you, and boom, done. Your head is off. And these midwives kept the Jewish boys alive. That's verse number 17. Verse number 18. And now the king of Egypt calls these midwives. He says to them, why did you do this terrible sin of keeping these boys alive? What's going on with you? Didn't I tell you to kill the Jewish boys? But Tomarna, and what did they say back to the King Pharaoh? No, kilo chanashim amitzrios eivrios. You don't understand. The Jewish women, they're not like the Egyptian women. Ki chayosena. They're birthing experts. B'terem tovo alehen hamiyaldos vayoladu. Before we come to them as their midwives, they already gave birth. Vayitav Elohim lamiyaldos vayirev ha'am vayatzmu me'od. God was good to the midwives, and the people multiplied and became mighty exceedingly. And now listen to this verse number 21. Vayihi, and it was ki yoru hamiyaldos esolim, that since the midwives feared God, God rewarded them. Vayas lahem batim, and he made for them houses. That's their reward. He made for them houses. So first is we need to understand what's really going on here. What's happening in this story that is so great? What type of commitment is going on here by the midwives that they're rewarded with such a great reward? We have to understand what that reward is also. He made houses for them. What are these houses? So I'd like to suggest that today, each and every one of us, we are those midwives. And the Pharaoh is the world, it's the culture, it's the media who's telling us, don't identify as a Jew. Just assimilate. Be like everybody else. Just fit in. And what do the midwives do? They say, I'm going to wear my tzitzis out. You ever wonder that mitzvah? The mitzvah of tzitzis, you look in the verse in the Torah. It says not only that you should wear tzitzis on all four-cornered garments, but a man who wears his tzitzis should always see his tzitzis, meaning it should be visible. And by seeing your tzitzis, what will happen? You'll remember all of my commandments. I'd like to suggest that what it is telling us is be proud of your mitzvahs. Don't hide it. Wear it as a badge of honor. Don't hide your yarmulke. Wear it as a badge of honor. Don't hide your tzitzis. Wear it as a badge of honor. Don't hide your Judaism. Wear it as a badge of honor. Because you know what the results will be? You'll remember the entire Torah. And what that's referring to is the same reward that was given to the midwives is the reward that will be given to each and every one of us. We'll have houses. Houses refers to generations. Who were the children of these two midwives? Moses, Aaron, the future of the Jewish people. Generations and generations and generations that we come from. If we want our children to be the Moses and Aaron, we need to wear the badge of honor, to wear that godliness in our lives, just like they did. And they steered down the king of Egypt, and they steered down all of the forces of the world that were saying, no, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. And you'll have the social media people today doing writing unbelievable things against Jewish people. We're living in a world of total craziness. So are we going to back down? Or are we going to say, no. We're going to be proud Jews. And we're going to wear it as a badge of honor. Not hide our payas. Show our payas. Not hide our tefillin. Show our tefillin. Not hide our tzitzis. But show it as a badge of honor. Because the reward is the greatest reward ever given. And that's vayas lahem batim. You're going to have houses of priesthood. You're going to have houses of kingship. You're going to have houses of Torah study. That's the reward when we stand proud. Our children see that pride. That we're proud to be Jewish. We're not going to hide our Judaism. Well, a few weeks ago, we celebrated the beautiful Hanukkah of the beautiful holiday of Hanukkah. And here at the Torch Center, we have a menorah sitting right at the front window. And someone asked me innocently, right after Hanukkah, so you're going to take it down, like in a way, like really people shouldn't see it. You know, Hanukkah, I understand, but like maybe we should take it down and you should hide it. Or like I said, no. I'm going to keep it as long as I possibly can. I want to wear it as a badge of honor. Yeah, it's not Hanukkah. That's true. We only light it for 8 days. So it's not lit, but the menorah is still by that window. Because we're not going to shy away and hide from the pride that we have of being Jewish. This is what the miyaldos, the midwives, did. They said, we're not going to run away from our convictions, from our values, from our morals. I'm just going to put a little plug here. A very dear friend of mine is a social media influencer. He is a Hasidic Jew, proudly Hasidic Jew. He's a writer for one of the prestigious Jewish magazines, and he travels the world. You may have seen him on YouTube. You may have seen him on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, wherever. And he posted last week, he was traveling with his family, and he posted a picture of himself in the airplane, in a seat. And you see his payas. He's not hiding it. And he wrote, "Today is a beautiful day to be a proud Jew. We're not going to hide our Judaism." And it's been like over 9.5 million views of that post, and a lot of incredible pride that is coming out from Jewish people. That people are feeling proud. You know what? You're right. I shouldn't hide my Judaism. I should feel proud of my Judaism. And then sadly, you also see the most horrific anti-Semitism being displayed on his page. People writing the most disgusting, most vile comments. And you know what that's doing? It's giving us all a choice. Are you going to shy away? Or are you going to be even more defiant? What's defiant? We can be proud Jews. You know, Muslims have no problem bowing down and doing their prayer service in the middle of the airport. No problem. I don't remember which airport. I think maybe it was Charlotte. I was on a stopover, and it's a busy airport. And in the middle of the entire thing on a Sunday morning, you see these Muslims bowing down right in the middle of the airport. Hey, find a side room, find someplace quiet. No, right in the middle. And we're going to shy away. We're not going to feel our pride. We're not going to feel our passion for our connection with God. We're going to hide it. We have to wear it as a badge of honor. Yes, the nations of the world persecuted us since the beginning of time. Look, the Jewish people are about to be formed here as a nation receiving the Torah at Mount Sinai. And look at what's going on. Pharaoh wants all the boys killed. Women, we need women. We need women for our sons, right? That's what the Egyptians are thinking. We're just going to have our own. The women will keep alive. But the men, get rid of the men. We don't need them. Men is rebellion. What did the holy midwives do? Wore it as a badge of honor. We're going to defy the will of Pharaoh. We'll tell him whatever Baba Maisa we want to tell him. Vayas lahem batam. The reward was the greatest reward ever bestowed upon mankind. You will have generations and generations and generations of people who are committed because of your commitment. We have to wear our pride as a badge of honor, not to shy away. My dear friend that I mentioned previously started a website of swag, of all this merchandise that you can buy. It's called Candle and Strap. Straps referring to the tefillin, candle referring to the light of the Jewish people. It is magnificent that we can display it not only in our mind, in our actions, but you can wear it. Wear it as a badge of honor. We're not going to hide. We're not going to shy away. And when we stand up, that's when the miracles come. That's when we can't shy away anymore. We did that too many times in our history. Oh, nobody should know that we're Jewish. Nobody needs to know. Let's just fit in. Let's just be like everybody else. And how has that helped us ever? When we were too powerful, they hated us. When we were too weak, they hated us. When we were too wealthy, they hated us. When we were too poor, they hated us. When we were too educated, they hated us. When we were uneducated, no, that never happened. We were always educated. But the Jewish people, are always going to be squeezed by Hashem to go on the right path. And we have to stand firm, stand strong, to never allow anything to get in our way. Hashem should bless us all, that we should take a lesson from this week's Parsha. And we should wear the name, like the name of this week's Parsha Shemos, the names. We should wear the name, I am a Jew, as a badge of honor. As a badge of honor. Wear it with pride. Don't shy away from your connection with Hashem, from your relationship with Hashem. We can't let anything stand in our way. Hashem should bless us, that we should merit to stand firm and be rewarded greatly with houses and generation of Jews who are God-fearing, who are loving in their relationship with Hashem, and never, ever letting go of our growth step by step, day by day, connecting more and more with Hashem every single day of our lives. Have an amazing Shabbos.